Hello and welcome back to Hell. I'm very excited to review today's topic because I love the Slenderman movie, and not because the forces beyond me are forcing me to. We all know what Slenderman is, but because I want to get this video over 10 minutes, in 2009, creator Victor Surge made some spooky Photoshop pictures of a spooky man in some photos. This included stories of disappearance, naming this Slenderman. Very creative, Vic. Anyway, people ate this shit up. Slenderman got fan art, fan games, web series, and his own murder. Needless to say, this didn't paint Slenderman in the best of light, and hot take, but Slenderman creepypastas as a whole don't make normal people want to do horrible things, as people who do so are fucked up to begin with. This is in case some boomer who watches this thinks that I'm gonna kill someone because I think Slenderman looks cool. But you know what? Maybe this unfortunate timing is the only reason this movie got bad scores that it did. It's been a decade since this case happened, so maybe now time is healed and we can sit back and enjoy a well thought out product. Cut to prepare clip. Hello, today we're going to be trying something new. I'm watching the movie before I write the script. Ignore the red bar, that is a glitch. So, I'm going to sit down, watch the movie, and tell you guys if it's good. 1 hour later, I want to die. So, going into the movie, I originally planned for the video's format to go through the movie chronologically, and then explain my thoughts as things happen. It's similar to my other content, like the Emily Watched a Grill video. Don't go into that video and look into the comments, this joke is purely my own. And as well as my Outlast video, which you will watch when this video is over, or I'll cry. However, because of reasons I'll get into later, I will explain the entire story now, and then give reasons as to why this movie is a dumpster fire afterwards. Thank you, Java. Although I am still going to nitpick for comic effect. So, Chapter 1, Story Recap. Also skip to this time in case spoilers for the Slenderman movie is too much to handle. The movie begins with some stock horror music along with some establishing shots. No, none of these are any bit important apart from the school, which is used in 3 scenes. We are now introduced to our main protagonists. Katie, Chloe, this girl played by Joey Hill, and I'm just going to name her Joey Hill, and Hallie, her name's Hallie. The girls meet up after school and summon Slenderman. Ooh. They do this by watching a video Slenderman made while trying to copy the Ring Girl. Actually, watch these two side by side and spot the differences.
Hey, you know who lives in this house? A great big phony! That's right, a phony lives here! A big fat phony!
They then sit in silence, stunned by Slenderman's editing skills before going to bed.
Go! Back!
Nightmare sequence number 1, and I'll give some credit. When watching this, I had my phone brightness at the very highest because the living room is very brightly lit, and so I noticed Slendy in this frame. In the intended lighting, he's a little hard to notice. This is the only sole shot of Slenderman in the entire movie. During a school trip through a cemetery, don't ask, Katie looks at the woods and then goes missing. I wonder who's responsible for this. They then steal Katie's laptop.
Stop!
Which lets him stumble across a site full of Slenderman videos. With this one in particular that made me actually laugh. I'm letting it play in its full fucking glory. Why did they need to add a ring and zoom in on it? Like, you can see him normally. Why?
Having this happen would be really scary. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person. So if you're generous enough to hit the subscribe button and the...
Hallie then messages some girl who told Katie about Slenderman and tells her how to summon him. Spoilers, this turns out to be Joey King. They then go to summon Slenderman to get Katie back, where they have to offer things they love the most. All they have to do is keep the blindfolds on. This girl immediately takes off her blindfold.
What a fucking idiot.
And then when sitting at home, Slenderman breaks in and
Gaming.
her. Now, from 40 minutes to about an hour and 10 minutes into the movie, barely anything story-related happens. Here's a few funny moments that I wrote down. There's a bit where Hallie is talking to a man about sex. And then Slenderman stares in the woods because he disapproves of teenage intercourse. And then we follow Joey Hill in the library, where after researching, oh my god, it's the original Victor Surge image, oh wow, I clap when I see it. He then chases her and steals her face, where she then Looney Tunes stumbles into bookshelves. But afterwards you get like almost an hour of nothing happening. Yay! I will get into the pacing when I'm ready, trust me, it's bad. So, Hallie's sister, who is a character I forgot to mention, then gets carried out screaming this.
He had no face! He had no face!
And then it turns out Joey Hill made Slenderman attack the sister girl, which afterwards follows Hallie running into woods and then letting him
Game it.
her. And that's the plot of Slenderman.
For Best Picture.
You're impossible. Come on. Slenderman!
It's not the worst thing ever, but it's not fucking good. Also, if you're a certain someone who skips to this point, hi! Okay, some positives of the story. I like the premise. Characters slowly losing their mind kind of reminds me of Candyman, which is a good movie. But I'm not too much of a fan of the internet aspect they took, and I really wish they painted Slenderman as more of a cryptid, kind of like something in the new Marley Grove series, which was made by the same guy who made Gemini Home Entertainment. If you get anything out of this video, watch that. But if you wanted to keep the internet aspect in another way, then make it found footage, like the Blair Witch Project, or but you've seen the runtime. My only criticisms aren't just a few nitpicks, and I am going to go through them section by section. Chapter 2. For a movie called Slenderman, where the fuck is Slenderman? The best way to show this point is that there is a video of just when Slenderman shows up in this film. The video is 3 minutes long.
3 minutes.
Throughout the rest of this movie, we are greeted with amazing scenes of our amazing characters, but Slenderman is barely relevant. You could have removed all 3 minutes of Slenderman and changed the name of the character to Chubby Woman.
And then, oh fuck, okay.
I'm really lazy and this is the funniest thing to say, I am so sorry. It's like if I want to watch Aliens, but no aliens show up as Ripley fucks about for more than half the movie. Actually, that's a really bad example, I am so sorry. My point is, for a movie about such a popular character, if the character is barely relevant, then that's a problem. Because then why the fuck should a Slenderman fan watch this, as there's no reason as to why someone would enjoy watching teenagers piss about with their family or get a boyfriend. However, I'm squeezing one positive of this film in this section because I have no idea where else to put it. The costume they made for Slenderman in this film is really well made and it looks really good. Ignore the CGI tentacles, they look really bad. But I'm happy they went with the costume, as a man in a suit beats movies made entirely of CGI any day of the week.
We're not gonna win this today.
Now, I like psychological horrors, with standout films like Candyman and The Shining. With The Shining in particular, we care about our characters. They're well written. Okay, mainly Jack.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier.
I won't get into it, but I can easily go on about The Shining for a while, and maybe I will in another video, who knows. The point of this rant is, if the characters of Slenderman are well written, then they can possibly fill the Slenderman-shaped hole that this movie has. Chapter 3. The character is about as well written as a Wattpad fanfic. I doubt this section is going to be that long, as I expected nothing amazing from the characters of Slenderman, but the film expected us to care about them, so I'll list some things that I remember about each of our poster girls. Hallie has a sister. Hi, sisters! And runs track. Do they show that last part at all? No, they just never tell you about it, because show don't tell was never mentioned once in the writer's room.
Surprised you didn't bring one of your trophies or medals.
You said it had to be something I cared about, so.
Joey King's character is emo, I think, because she has black nail paint. I have black nail paint.
No, Mom. I'm 13. I eat unhappy meals now.
Chloe exists, and Katie has an alcoholic dad and is depressed, and so she wanted Slenderman to take her away. And that's our cast. How memorable, am I right? Chapter 4. Dialogue. The dialogue is bad. Here's a montage of some of the worst lines said. Seriously, you're wanting an insight on the dialogue of Slenderman the movie.
So much cuter if you were wearing little shoes. It'd be cuter if he exploded.
Twitter poll. If you could stay one age forever, what would it be? You?
What about the age we are right now? I'd like to stay like this forever.
You know how they have POV porn?
You should tell me what really happened to Katie. You don't know. Do you?
She told me everything. He gets in your head like a virus.
Okay, so I said I wasn't going to add any input, but I just want to point out how funny I found it when they related the villain of their horror movie to a computer virus. Fuck, I forgot where I am. Oh, right. Chapter 5. Pacing. Slenderman's pacing is atrocious. In my Outlast video, I mentioned how that game's pacing was awful, as there was many moments of nothing significant happening. But at least something happened. The movie is split into 2 halves, the first half being when Katie goes missing and the girls look to see what happened. This includes a scene of Katie's dad going into Hallie's house. She's the main girl in case you forgot, and just yells at her.
No, don't, Hallie!
Where is my daughter? Where is she?
This is pointless to the plot. It just shows him getting arrested, only for him to be at his house for when the girls retrieve Katie's laptop. The scene is only here so the directors can sit back and go, hear that? Is that Slenderman? Are you scared? Just adding in the stock violin make our movies scary. Okay, they actually didn't use that. Kill yourself. But I think that annoys the fuck out of me is how every single action that the characters make has to have a scene before to set it up, where they argue and repeat the entire plot of the story of the movie so far. Like, the exact next scene where it's, hey, I think the video's affecting us. I don't think it is. Yeah, you do. Anyway, we should go find Katie's laptop. No. Yes. Hey guys, I'm also in the movie, establishing a shot. And when almost every second scene is repeated again for nearly an hour and a half, including credits, it gets fucking annoying very fucking fast. But you know what? The first half is nowhere near as bad as the second half for pacing. Now, if I said at this point Slenderman is actually a relevant part of the story, you'd think that the movie would actually pick up and more things would happen. Just play back the thing I said 5 minutes into the video. Now, from 40 minutes to about an hour and 10 minutes into the movie, barely anything story related happens. This is worse because the writers can't kill any more of the characters because we only have Hallie and Joey left. So, Slenderman shows up, slightly inconveniences them by making them hallucinate and then leaves. We have this masterpiece in cinematic scenes, which really explains how little happens in this film. Hallie's about to have sex with this jock guy. I won't bother looking him up. You'll remember his name because I'm mentioning him once after this. But they're getting frisky, and then his head jeers like that one scene in Venom, and then he's like, I'm gonna watch the video. No, don't watch the video. But I wanna. No. Okay, I won't. And it adds nothing to the story. Just have him watch the fucking video. I don't give a shit about his safety, and hell, it'll add another kill cam and a reason for Slenderman to show up for more than 3 minutes. And then we follow with a scene of Jock Guy acting a little bit shady and then cut to them cutting an eye. It might make you think, oh fuck, did he watch the video? And to that again, he didn't. But this is just a tip of the padding iceberg, because there is a scene of a nightmare sequence which is like, oh no, jump scare with no payoff. But it's fine, I was praying for a little bit of Slenderman action, but now we'll finally go into a final moment where they stop Slenderman in a tense... Shut up, fucker. Second nightmare sequence, not 2 seconds later. And now the sister is dying. Could something happen? Third nightmare sequence. And then the final showdown happens with Hallie and Joey King with some corny dialogue, and then Joey King dies. But do you see my issue? Nothing of substance happens in this fucking movie. And I'd like to think I have a decent attention span, like I can go about my day with not attached to brain rot. But this was a struggle, man. As it was not an hour and a half of Slenderman. It was an hour of dialogue about the plot, repeated several times with half an hour story added on. Remember how I said I'd mention the jock character again? Well, there's a scene building up to how they'll do the Slenderman 3 AM J Station challenge.
Can Kermit the Frog drink the gay potion? I'm a fag nigga, fuck me in a Tesla. Nigga rubbing on my thighs with some ketchup.
But only for them to back out because they're pussies. But what if they didn't? And instead they joined the girls by being tormented by Slenderman. And so, by this point, you could have added more scenes and innovated deaths to give Slenderman a purpose in the movie called Slenderman. And after I finished the script, I looked up other reviews to help me make the thumbnail, and there's a scene where the guy did die. It's corny as hell, and the people who made the video added the Slenderman song. Something different, I guess. But the scene got cut. It wouldn't have fixed the film, but why remove this scene and not any of these? Here's a segue. Please kill me. Adding more deaths could have made this a dumb fun slasher, which at the very least could have been something interesting and not a boring half-baked mess of a film. Although making this video, it made me yearn for a better Slenderman movie, where Slenderman can be a physical threat and an integral part of the story. And I didn't mention if this broke the law of Slenderman, because honestly, I don't care. To me, Slenderman is a yearning of threat, kidnapping of his victims. But where's my proxies? I want my husband mask in the big screen. In conclusion, don't watch this. Even for a joke, you will suffer. Nothing happens. Slenderman is barely in enough of the film to call this a Slenderman movie. So, unless you want to watch a bunch of teenagers recap the same thing over and over again, then give this a hard pass. Actually, there is one thing I can recommend Slenderman for. Sleeping aid. Serve that in your stores, umbrella. Spoilers for the next videos if I haven't mentioned it a million times in community posts. Now, I'm gonna leave and go watch a good horror movie. Your alien looks pretty good. Bye. Oh, what the fuck?